How you guys doing? I'm back again. Chad Greco, doing my speech. Was what makes the world go around. That's what we'll be talking about today. College athletics, pay to play. Money is what makes the world go round, or as that saying goes. Each year the national NCAA makes around $6 billion each year. How much of that goes to the players? Probably not much. So my question is, does the millions of dollars these schools receive each year equate to an athlete's bachelor's degree, if they even stay that long? Some players go 1 year and then they're out. A lot of these kids are coming from poverty, so they have to make that decision. Are they going to work for their families, or are they going to go to school? And they don't even get that chance to live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of these students aren't allowed to earn money each year while working a side job. But why can't they sell their jerseys and make a little extra money on the side? If a player can make a few $100s by selling that jersey to a person, why can't they make a few $100s to live off of? Or like to eat. A lot of these players can't even eat. Who wants to live on ramen all the time? The NCAA is $1 billion industry. There are over 86 NCAA executives that make over $100,000, and a few that make $1 million per year at the top. Scholarships, let's talk about scholarships. $25,000 each year, roughly. And then we're talking about in-state versus out-of-state. So $25,000, let me talk about Michigan. If they're in-state, it costs around $12,000. So if you get students from that state, you're at $12,000 versus the $37,000, so it's a little higher in that state. So that $12,000 plus 4 times 4 years, what are you at? $48,000 for 1 year, and that kid plays 4 years, brings in a lot more. So Pell Grants, that's the only thing that actually works with these kids. That's $5,000 they get roughly to spend on anything they want if they're a full-time student, so they don't have to spend it on the books because that's getting paid for. Student athletes, it's a full-time job. There's strict guidelines for that though. So I talked about that they can't really work. Well, they can't really work. They can make up to $2,000 per semester. So $2,000 for a semester, what's that gonna get you? Nothing. What is it? They have a car. They ain't paying for gas after a long time of that. But they can work summers. That doesn't equate to the $2,000 rule. But if they are working for that $2,000, they wake up in the morning, they go to class. Well, they might even have to work out before then. So they're waking up at 5 a.m., they're going to class, then they're having another workout, and then they have their practice in the afternoon. They're getting home around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. They just want to eat. Where's the time to go for that job? What is it they take money or they take free food from that Chili's, that Applebee's, any of that stuff? They take that stuff, they sign a few autographs, they're going to hurt the team. Let me talk about Reggie Bush right here. He took over $290,000 in free benefits from his agent. What happened to the school? Well, he lost his Heisman Trophy. They lost their championship. They have to take down all those banners, 4 years, and then they lost over 30 scholarships. So that's craziness. Let me talk about students if they're getting money. Like, I'm not saying let's give them $50,000, let's give them $290,000. I'm talking about giving them $2,000, $3,000. That $2,000, $3,000, yeah, that's going to give them the money they need for that time now. It's going to get them through the year, well, that semester. It's going to pay for the meals. And if they're not getting that money, where are they going to go? For basketball, they might go overseas for that 1 year, skip that eligibility so they can go straight to college. They can go to the NBA right after. They can't skip from high school to that now. They get $7 per meal. That's not getting anything. I eat more than $7 a meal, especially here. You go through McDonald's, you're like $10 right off the bat. You ain't getting enough. Let me just talk about all the money the NCAA makes. This is ridiculous. Last year, they signed a contract with CBS. They paid $681 million for just that CBS contract. $681 million for 14 years. Okay, that's okay. But that 14 years, break that down, it's for March Madness. March Madness? Are you kidding me? That's 3 weeks out of that month in March, and that's 4 days. You guys do the math. I suck at math. But that's like 16, 18 days for $681 million. I don't even see, and then you break it down, and then you get all the little contracts and stuff. None of it's really going to the players. You got little grants, you got other funds for the basketball, so they can upgrade their stuff. A little for the coaches, their millions. But yeah, let's pay these players. I'm just saying, money's what makes the world go round. Andrew Wiggins played 1 year at Kansas, $500,000 in ticket sales and all that stuff. How much did he get? Nothing. But he's now in the NBA. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys.